Thank you. Yeah, so just to start with my introduction. So this is Rajendra Lora. I am founder and CEO at Freshokart Agri. So Freshokart is a social commerce platform where we help farmers buy agri input like seed, pesticide, fertilizers, machinery products uh, through village level entrepreneurs, and also connect smaller village level farmers or vendors and buy their produces like in market linkages and sell to B2B customers like Nice Edible, Imami, Adani, all these corporate and some mid-level corporate buyers. Just to like how we reached at this level, we are doing like recent business now became profitably also. So the journey has been like the topic which we are covering here today is like how to build something sustainable. So I come from my personal background is I am graduated from Triple IT Jabalpur as a computer engineer in 2015. Worked in Bangalore and Mumbai in different companies as a software developer, project manager, technology, and then thought of doing something in agriculture. So that's how I started Freshokart in around December 2016. Idea was to like help farmers or maybe do something which can be done with farmers, but always like sustainable. Sustainable means like uh, it was like we always had this kind of thinking that I think agriculture is a sector where businesses can be built through technology, but it takes some time to in the technology adoption and all. So that's how we started Freshokart. We started with market linkages for F&B product. We faced some challenges. Then we have changed the business model. Uh, First 1 year we have invested our money, and then we have built business accordingly. After that, almost you can say almost 6 we raised very small angel round. Then we thought of that FNB model is not sustainable or maybe very less use of technology. And so we started working with agri inputs. So agri input is like a model where you have to. So I'll just explain a little bit on the model side, like how exactly we works. So we onboard village level entrepreneurs. There's a mobile application for all these village level entrepreneurs. They download this mobile application and then we have dedicated team to manage, let's say, X number of BLEs in some areas. All these products are listed there. So BLE is like kind of LIC agents where they have the product, they have understanding. We provide them training, and accordingly they sell this product in their network of farmers. So it works just like there are like for financial product or group financing, there are SHGs, cooperatives, and all. So here it's not like that, but it's technically these farmers are always connected with 5, 10, or 20 farmers, and they just have to place the order. Then in backend, we use dark store, like in every 2, 3 districts level, we have our warehouses. There we store all these agri input, and accordingly so we are the only company you can say today which deliver all agri input in 24-hour timing. So how we have able to do that because we have identified that I think the cluster level model can always work. So we have identified some clusters. So we take orders only from those clusters, not from anywhere, to build a sustainable business. So that was like first thing that how we thought of building sustainably, that how this model can be built, run POC, and then we came to the dark store base. We handle our own logistics. So every order level we are profitable. Every you can say every person is like making our team or VLEs, everyone is making more money than they can even earn in any other job or maybe any other work. So that has been the journey about like coming to this business model. In the market linkages also, how we do it, like we just buy from smaller vendors and help them to reach to like corporate buyers. And that's how we handle almost like right now we are doing 6, 7 crops in that segment, running business in Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. So that has been just brief about like our journey. Hello. Do you have any other question or should I continue?
Sir, you can proceed, sir. First finish your talk. Later I will take up the questions from the participants. Okay?
Okay. Yeah, so just give you like little bit idea about like how the sector works, how big is the sector. So agriculture is like there are so many startups. They are doing different things. I think there are 1,000+ startups. They are working in agriculture segment. So how we like someone is solving some agri input problem, someone is building some D2C brands in. So I'll just give little bit idea like which are the sectors which are and like I will not name the players who are doing in those segments, but there are different problem statements which are solved by different industry players. So I think agri input first I will start from what we are doing, that how still there are so many opportunities in these segments. So agri input like is still handled by all these traditional companies, agri input companies like big companies like UPL, BASF, Syngenta, all they have some market share. But still you see there are so many technologies which has been developed by these international companies, and they have done some JV with some Indian companies, and they launched their product, and that's working for our market. So still there is good amount of room that launching some product with proper research based on like different geographies. Like Rajasthan has totally different kind of geographies. We have seen some local seed companies, they are doing very good than so many other brands in terms of their quality, their production and all. In terms of pesticide and fertilizer, we have seen some companies, they are coming up with very innovative fertilizers. So those kind of product even big MNCs don't have. So I think this is also one of the area where these pesticide and fertilizers can be developed based on some local research that can help farmers in terms of maybe some solution could be, there are some solution they where like less water is required to grow the crops. So those kind of solutions are very relevant for you can say Rajasthan region. Other than that, there are like insecticide, pesticide, these kind of solutions which are less harmful, but also very much you can say uh, innovative and helpful in growing crop in a better way, or maybe saving crop from insects and all. So that's like in seed based, like there are companies they are coming in the machinery segments. So if you see like machinery segment, like there are spray machines and there are different technologies. So I also come from a background where my parents are farmers. I was a like you can say part-time farmer till my secondary education. So I have seen like this journey from scratch. But the way I remember that before 15 years, I think there was nothing in terms of the technology other than the tractor and some of their equipments. But today there are battery operated spray machines, which was not there before so many years, but now they can use it. Today, drones are there that which are people using for spraying their products for pesticides and all. Other than that, some companies are having IoT devices. So many farmers started using that. In terms of like water saving, there are different kind of, before 10-15 years there were normal sprinklers, then drip irrigation system came. Now there are so many innovative solutions between that which are like also helpful for the crops and still not so much of costly. So I think machinery is a one segment where still there so many things can be done. One is like drone is definitely, there are some companies already there and they are building innovative solutions for that. But other than that, machinery is also one of the segment. Now we know some of the startups, they are doing really well that, in that segment, working almost all over the India. Other than that, I think IoT devices and all. So how it works, like let's say in there are companies, they are building some solutions in like onion, tomatoes, these crops, and they able to help farmers in terms of like irrigation control systems where you can schedule everything like how much water is required, how many hours it has to be scheduled, and directly all these things is helping farmers to improve their yield. So I think that is also one of the solution, one of the area where still because what happens is that India is a big geography and every sector, every segment is totally different in itself. But how it works is like there are few people focusing on some areas, but still there are so many areas where all of these solutions are required and they haven't reached with the end farmers. So I think for all the like founders, they want to do something, or for maybe all the students who want to, who are exploring in future to work in the companies, or maybe they have interest in, let's say someone already have interest in one of the areas, maybe it could be machinery, it could be agri import, it could be market linkage, they can explore accordingly. Other than that, I think we also work on the market linkages part. So market linkages, there are warehousing solutions. So how we work, we have built this sustainably that we believe in like, so there are like different kind of traders, vendors. So there are some level of traders, they let's say work on tier 2 or 3 cities. From there, they're able to sell to all these big corporate clients or also mid-level clients. But how it works for a smaller village level, so there are so many layers. At like, if I remember, at my village level, there are, you can say, a smaller level of vendors. They sell to some big level vendors in a big mandi, and then they, from their agents buy and they sell to, let's say, big corporates. But in our case, how we have realized this solution, that why not go to like village level smaller vendors and procure from there and then sell to these directly to the corporate buyers instead of directly going to the farmers. Because buying from farmers and becoming a vendor, still it's a like challenging task. You have to like, because there are smaller farmers, big farmers, you can't have that truckload from one place. So that's how this market works. So we have been able to do it in a way that we are buying from these smaller buyers and selling to B2B. And we like right now this business we are only doing in Rajasthan, where we are working in around like 6 7 crops. So there some companies like some other and all, they are working on the financing part, because in India the trade is like too much, and there are so many companies they are utilizing this business trade as a like financing also. So this model was not there before, like the business was not happening much, because all the corporate always take like 10 15 20 or 30 days time in giving the payment to their vendors. So there I think so many, this market is also huge, where so many NBFCs, so many startups came and they are building this business sustainably, because every trade is like profitable for every single company. So how you can build it sustainably, we always believe like not in like first scaling very fast and then coming down and breaking pieces. We always try to like first run the POC, first do some level of trades and find out the product market fit, then only we scale. And I think now market is too much mature in that side also. We in between we have also tried like how we can build this marketplace of village level entrepreneurs, where we can sell all the product like financial products, machinery or cattle feed, solar products. So everything is still listed on our mobile app. But then we realize like I think it's too much focus is also required on few things in starting, and then you can also grow horizontal. So that's how we thought of focusing only on agri input and market linkage as of now. Others, other services we thought of like we will be doing maybe some point of time in this journey. So finance is like one of the sector where how we thought to build a very good business. Most of their customer are also from rural India, right? And how that happened through only part-time working agents. They only have offices in maybe little bit bigger town only, but they have been able to acquire customer at rural side of it. So I think that's still the opportunity where so many people are not working. Still, like things are working in a way that all the companies they want to go into the rural side of it, they have to open branches, and then farmers or customer come to these branches and buy their product. It could be some home loan product or maybe tractor loan etc. But there are companies they started working, and even we also tried that through marketplace model, that some smaller level shopkeepers also have our mobile application. They can start distributing financial product. They can place order on behalf of farmer, maybe any solar product, and accordingly company can connect with the directly with the customer. Accordingly the deal can happen. So there are, I think, so many models. It could be import, market linkages, financing, and these value-added products. Some companies also started working in e-commerce model for rural part. But I think I see some of the challenge in some of the product, like the consumption in the rural India is very low, not like urban. Kind of like, let's say if we consume 10,000 SKUs in urban side of urban cities, in rural the congestion is only 200 SKUs, something like that. It always still like it's, I believe it's not product market fit that what will work for e-commerce or maybe grocery kind of companies for rural. The maximum spend of rural is, or maybe for farmers, is agriculture related product, it's seed, pesticide, fertilizers, or maybe machinery and all these products. Other than that, very less spend, because most of the things they grow is they eat. They spend on like beauty and face and all these products are very less. So I think that's overall about the sector, and how to like build something sustainably is always that maybe first it can take 3 year, 4 year, 5 year to just get the product market fit, or but pause that if you have always right product, it don't take much time to scale to maybe 10x or 100x, right? So we always come with that thought, and accordingly we have built our business. So I think that's all from my side, from like building something and what could be the areas where it can be built. If anything to ask, I'm happy to answer. Accordingly, I can structure the remaining call.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for a wonderful talk. I'll take up the questions from the participants now. The first question is, how can precision agriculture technology help farmers optimize resource usage and increase yield?
Yeah, so I think the precision agriculture solutions are required for the farmers, and there are so many solutions are available in the market. I think where so many companies are struggling is like taking their solution with the right farmers, or maybe some of the solutions are very expensive that farmers sometimes unable to try or are unable to afford those solutions. So just give you example of like drones, right? So drones the farmer want to use, but when I have experienced that, I have tried in my areas where we work, that per acre, I think these drone companies were taking 300 rupees, or for around 4 to 500 rupees. But the actual cost for farmers through existing solutions was around 100 or 150 rupees only, right? So what happens that I think all these solutions are required, solutions are already in the market, but only remaining thing is like how these can be taken to the farmers in efficient way that farmer don't have to pay extra. So there are solutions. There are some solutions which farmer already using in like grapes, or maybe yeah, grapes. There are some IoT devices that track everything. Now the grapes are like very high value crops. Their farmers already have that kind of cash in the bank that they can spend that, or they maybe they can invest that money and they can wait for the output for the next 6 months or 12 months, right? So one is like solutions are available. What I believe is that every solution, because government already spends so much in the agriculture. So I think all these companies, they are building solutions. What they have to do is like they can go to the government that why not you provide some subsidy on our product, or maybe take their help to get implemented. Because I see these days like almost every single product have some kind of subsidy. Even some soil testing kits, they have some subsidy. I think that could be the best way to take all these solutions to the market, to the farmers. Available solutions availability is not a problem. I think its implementation is a problem, and there uh, something need to be done, which can, it could be in a collaborative way, it could be a rented model, it could be something that it don't cost much to the farmers. Once farmers start using, then you can like companies can charge or something like that can happen.
Okay. Are there any specific initiative or programs your company is involved in to support local farmers or communities?
Yeah, so we are 100% focused on the communities plus you can say cluster based models. So because what we have realized, like first some companies are delivering product to any other pin code. Then we thought like how we can, because agriculture or geography shows that if you can build some solution in one tehsil, still and if you do that well perfectly, I think that could also become a very good business. So that's how we have identified. Today we are working in around 12, 13 clusters. So there we are helping farmers in a way that we provide 24-hour delivery to farmers, which is not possible in so many other models. Why? Because we have dark store, we already hold the inventory, we have ground level team, or we have village level entrepreneurs that order is confirmed, delivery is confirmed. We have slots in that we provide these deliveries. So I think we have realized we able to help farmers, because what used to happen with most of the companies that order is taking 4 to 5 days to get delivered. Company is not making anything on that. Even farmer cancel the order and they go to the market and they bring it. So we have been able to solve these and help farmer in this way that there is a quick delivery. There is a directly support from their non people, and all the VLEs are managed by some full-time employee. So still they require any solution, we have it on the street. So accordingly we can help. I think these are the things where with like farmer have accessibility of us very quickly, that they can now we can help them in any other any solution they require related to their crops. So that's how we are helping.
Okay, I'll move on to the next question. What are some innovative ways technology is being used to reduce water usage in agriculture?
Yes, I think one or two products which we are also selling, that where let's say if you use these product while sowing, the complete usage of the water get reduced by, let's say, 50%, because they what they do that these product conserve the water inside like the first or second layers of the soil, right? So these kind of solutions are there, and the traditional solutions, like you have to, instead of normal sprinkler system, they can use the drip irrigation systems, right? So I think these kind of solutions required for areas like Rajasthan. So Rajasthan, we started from there only. We work in Rajasthan and MP. So what we have seen, like still there are some areas there is no water today. One of the areas which is called mini Israel, there are around 500 plus greenhouses, pack houses are there, right? How it happens? It happens uh, because of government intervention, that they started providing 80 or 90% subsidy on those greenhouses. Now that area hold like so many innovative farmers, smart farmers, even those farmers visited Israel also. One farmer set up this greenhouse, and then today there are 500 or maybe more than thousands are there. So I think there are solutions. Is again telling like there are solutions available in each and every sector. It's all about like implementations. So I think so that's why what we believe, why we are today still marketplace, is like we want to become a implementer, or we want to become a supply chain company which can always take innovative solution which is available in the market to the last mile farmers.
Okay. How does Fresh Cards ensure traceability and transparency throughout its supply chain?
So in any e-commerce platform, I will talk about more about agri input. Output side, like it doesn't require much, because what we do is we do supply chain from vendor to the companies, right? We are not going to the end consumer, so there we do bulk dealing only. But in input, how it works, like all the product which we list on our platform are thoroughly tested in terms of the quality. We decide like which company's product we have to sell it. First, we also take some kind of proof from the companies that yes, your products are in products which we are selling already is the market. They have the quality parameters and the productions are good, or they set up some model farms. So we don't sell like thousands of products. We decide like yes, these are the 200 products only we have to sell it. So accordingly, we decide like in input like which are the only product we have to sell it. So accordingly, I think we don't do 100% traceability of the then product, because we don't buy the same product which we sell to the farmers. The market linkages segment works separately, and the agri input segment works separately.
Okay. What are some examples of agri-tech startups that have successfully implemented sustainable practices in agriculture?
So I think most of startups, like the agriculture segment, changed a lot because of the startups also. So I think I always believe like there are, if 1,000 plus startups are already in agri-tech, I think each of them is building something, or adding some level of values. Some has become very big, some has become like some are still there starting, some are at the middle level. So I think I can't name like these only five are doing good, but I think there are thousands. Every company is trying to do something differently. So all the startups are doing good, and they are making some difference at some different geographies. So instead of taking some names, I can say like some companies are working in IoT devices. They are taking all ground level data. Some companies are working in soil testing segment. They have built some machineries which can test the soil in like 10 minutes. There are companies that are building this fertilizer, as I told, like which is water soluble fertilizers, which conserve the water. In market linkages side, there are companies that are sourcing from farmers and selling the packed end products to the end consumers. So in each and every sector, there are startups they are helping. So I think there are 1,000 plus.
Okay. How can farmers leverage IoT devices to automate tasks and improve efficiency on the farm?
So right now, efficiency like IoT devices in terms of, let's say, there are like weather data, there are like soil data, how much fertilizer they have to use it, and in terms of farmers' usage of fertilizer, they use they use some standard local standard, like yes, we have to use 1 bucket or something like that in 1 biga or 1 hectare. But I think if they already have ground level data available, it could be like moisture level, it could be like what are the NPK in the soil, etc. So based on all these data, the recommendations, these kind of IoT devices already available in the market, even soil testing or like NPK testing at the source, what are the weather data. Accordingly, these devices companies are selling as a bundle with software and hardware. This can be plugged in the you can say farms. Accordingly, they can plan their irrigation, they can plan their fertilizer use. So I think this is how mostly these are the solutions which is available in the market in terms of the IoT.
Okay. What are some of the challenges Fresh Cards faces in the agricultural industry, particularly in Jaipur?
So I think Rajasthan is an area where in most of the areas it's very like dry areas. So what we face is like in some areas we have started our services, but the consumption of the farmers were not that much good. Or farmer were not that much cash rich that they can buy in the cash, or because we as a startup we always have to do cash and carry kind of model. We can't give credit at this point of time. So I think Rajasthan, particularly if I talk about Rajasthan area, so I think finding out even 5 good clusters, we have to go to different geographies. In MP, that's not a challenge. In most of the areas, they already ground level water is good. So challenges were like in every segment, we always have some challenges. Like we started in between, we opened 50 physical outlets to sell agri inputs. But then we realized like technology adoption is very low. Even you can't track your own employees. So those kind of challenges were there. Credit is also one of the challenge which we have provided with someone is stuck in the market. So we have then done designs our SOPs again. And these challenges I think came to every single company which is working in agri-tech, and then everyone started solving by their own ways.
Okay. How can blockchain technology be utilized to increase transparency and traceability in agricultural supply chains?
So I think technology could be anything. It's all about like I think the biggest challenge today in market is like what product we are eating, what pesticide has been used, what quality of these products are, and this remain like till now remain the biggest challenges. So I think it could be technology could be anything, but the data from source to the end consumer can be accessed at one place. I think that is still required in the market, and companies which can work in like end-to-end supply chain. It can they can maybe start with the first place producer. Accordingly, they can go to the other segments. So I think this is very much required, and it could be any technology which can help to track all these data. There are some companies they are already working, but the challenges which are coming is like is end consumer is paying like organic, if there are organic product, is it end consumers are paying the you can say premium or not, and how you can also remove the normal products. So I think if someone take authority of data, like this is the data which is getting submitted in the system is correct, then the solution will be successful. Because and who control this technology, like who will track this data that farmers are putting right data. If they are using some, they are not using any fertilizers, so how they are putting it like yes, we are not using any fertilizers. So I think the data is very important part which is required to be collected at different levels.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. We have now completed the round of questions. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, we like to thank Mr. Rajendra Lora for the talk and for answering the questions. I'd like to also thank all the participants in the meeting. This meeting will now be closed.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're most welcome, sir.